Shemai pawb, today's assembly is on the United Nations Convention of the Right of the Child, so children's rights, the UNCRC. It's all about the rights that you have, and everyone is entitled to the same rights. You would have seen this presentation before in other assemblies. I'm just going to recap the 4 categories. We've got survival, so you have the right to life, good food, water, and to grow up healthy. Development, which is where you have the right to an education and time to relax and play. Protection gives you the rights to be treated well and to not be hurt by anybody. And finally, participation is where you have the right to say how you feel, to be listened to, and to be taken seriously. Today we're going to have a little look at survival. There are 3 different rights that come under survival. Right number 6 is I should be supported to live and grow. Right number 24 is I have a right to good quality healthcare, to clean water and to good food. And right number 27 is I have the right to have a proper house, food and clothing. We're going to watch a video now to explain more about right number 27.
Hello everybody, it's Sophie here and I work for Sally Holland, the Children's Commissioner for Wales. Sally's job is to make sure every single one of you is kept happy, healthy and safe. And today I'm going to give you a little idea to get us thinking about Article 27, your right to a good standard of living, a home, food and clothing. And we're going to be thinking a bit more about clothing. So, to start with, can you name some different weathers? How many can you name? I bet you can name lots. How about you can write them, paint them, or even draw them down on a piece of paper like I've done. I've only thought of 3, but I'm sure you can think of lots more. Let's think about what we need when it's sunny, when it's raining, and maybe, when it's super cold and snowing. What kinds of clothing can you think about that's appropriate to wear in these different weathers? Maybe you can talk to somebody in your house or a friend, or maybe even a teacher about what's appropriate to wear in these weathers. Maybe you could even go on to draw them like I've done. I'm sure you can think of lots more. Maybe you could even then cut them out of old magazines and books, not without an adult's permission first. So that's definitely got us thinking today about appropriate clothing for different types of weathers. Don't forget, if you do the task, send it in for us to see at the Children's Commissioner for Wales' office. We'd love to see it. Good luck!
So having watched the video from Sally Holland's colleagues, what sort of clothing do you think is important for us to wear in the different weather environments? What clothes would you wear if it's really, really warm and sunny outside?
Shorts, a t-shirt,
sun cream and sunglasses and a hat.
Nice. What about if it was raining? What would you put on?
a coat,
A coat.
t-shirt,
Yeah, maybe an umbrella.
wellies,
Wellies possibly, yeah, you could jump in some puddles.
leggings.
Something to protect your body from the rain and water, is it?
I think it's raincoat.
A raincoat? Yeah, nice. What about if it's snowing? What would you wear then?
Warm clothes.
Warm clothes. Would you wear a coat?
Yes. And definitely a warm scarf. Or a
Scarf?
Gloves.
Gloves, hat.
Hat.
Nice. What about some boots or some shoes that cover your
Yeah,
toes? Nice. Well done, girls. Now, this is part of your right as a child to have the appropriate food or clothing. I am really, really excited to see what you guys come up with, what different weathers you have thought of, and what clothes you would wear in those types of weathers. Don't forget, if it's pouring down outside and it's raining heavily, about appropriate footwear. So I wouldn't wear sandals in the rain because that wouldn't be very sensible and my toes would get wet. And I would need to make sure that I would have a coat, a waterproof coat, so that I stayed nice and dry, and maybe even an umbrella. Equally, if it's snowing and it's really cold outside, we definitely need a thick coat for that to keep us warm. Just have a little think about what you guys can come up with. Don't forget to send them in for us to see.